Lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust consumes, and where thieves do not break in and steal. Gospel of Matthew chapter 6 verse 19 and 20. Do not lay up for yourselves treasure on earth, where moth and rust consume, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust consumes, and where thieves do not break in and steal. Dear brothers and sisters, the Lord is asking us not to store treasures for ourselves here on this earth. Well, we do need enough and more provisions, enough and more wealth for our survival, for our future, which is normal. But recently, when Goa had the peak of its crisis due to COVID-19, and me and my team were trying to reach out people in various forms to help to break the chain of COVID. And so one of those days, middle of the night, I got a call asking me to transport a lady to the hospital. They were suspecting her to be positive COVID. So I sent my volunteers to that destination, and to our surprise, we found the lady had her children around us. The grown-up sons were married, a big house, and as many sons, that many cars. And yet, no one was ready to help her, to lift her up and put in the ambulance. She had to struggle alone to walk out of the house, come to the ambulance, and then our driver drove her to the hospital. When this event was reported to me, I thought on this event. A mother had everything. The well-settled sons, the best of the cars with them. The moment when she was in need, nobody could help her. Nobody could touch her. Yes, all of us were frightened to help someone who is COVID. Still, she was their mother. They had the vehicles, and yet they were waiting for the public services, or maybe NGOs, or maybe government services to reach to their house and take her to the hospital. So as I was reflecting on today's gospel, when the Lord tells us not to store up treasures for yourselves on earth, this incident came to my mind. I'm not here to criticize anyone. Well, I don't know if I were to be in the son's place, whether I would do the same. I don't know exactly. But what I reflect now is, after having everything, none of these treasures, none of the wealth could really help the old lady. It is somebody else, a known person. They reach out to her. They take her to the hospital, and not her very sons or all those things, whatever there at home, was there for her help. And so in that sense, Jesus was very clear that nothing of this world can really help us. All the more to save our souls. The pandemic, the COVID virus has taught us a lot. Our own people would not come to see each other or even touch each other, or yes, It is not easy. But still, where do our all wealth go at the end? Not only that, the pandemic has taught us that in spite of having all your wealth, your life could not be saved. So, having money with us, having everything with us, we could not save our lives. And yet, my dear brothers and sisters, whether we are rich or poor, whether we are the wealthiest man or not, at the end of the day, everyone has to die one day. But let us think today about our souls. At least, are you equipped with the treasures that will lead you to heaven? Do you have those treasures for you which will lead you to heaven, which will help the soul to go to heaven? And this is the question that we need to ask, and that's exactly the Lord is saying to us. Have that treasure which will be of help for us to reach heaven. And my dear brothers and sisters, what that could be? Nothing but charity. The love of each other, reaching out, helping someone who is in need. These are the treasures. Because if you are destined to die, no one can save you. But definitely, everyone can save our souls by being charitable people. So let us collect the treasures which will be of help for us to reach heaven. Amen.